Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a holiday look, a no product holiday look to be specific. So what that means is I'm going to be describing to you guys the products that I'm using, but I'm not going to be telling you exactly where I'm grabbing them from because I don't want you to have to buy anything new in order to recreate my holiday look. I want you to dig through your collection and find products that are similar, that can give you a similar look to what I'm doing if you do want to recreate this look. So I'm not going to be mentioning any of the products, I'm just going to tell you the products that I'm looking for in order to get to where I want to get, if that makes sense. If any of you recreate my look, please tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your looks recreated. If you post it on your Instagram story, I'll repost you on mine. My Instagram is at Alonso, the way it's spelled right here. And I would definitely love to see your holiday looks. So yeah, I'm super excited for this video. If you guys like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started with this no product makeup tutorial. Okay, so as you can see, my eyebrows are done. I did that before I started the video because it usually just takes me way too long, and I had some time to kill as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my favorite eyeshadow base. I tend to prefer the eyeshadow bases that will kind of knock out a little bit of pigmentation from my eyes and create a nice smooth base for me to blend shadows on top of. Besides the eyeshadow base, I do have a little concealer underneath my eyebrow just from when I cleaned up underneath my eyebrow. And so with this Sephora concealer brush, I'm just blending my eyeshadow base on my eyelid. Again, I am going to link everything I use down below if you guys are curious, but the point of this video is for you to use what you have at home. Now I'm going to start with eyeshadows, and the first eyeshadow I grabbed is a neutral toned medium eyeshadow. And I'm using a new REPHR brush for me. I've never used this one before. It is the REPHR number 16. And it's like a big fluffy brush, but it's pointed. So I don't know if I'll like it more or less than the number 15, because the number 15 is my ride or die for like blending eyeshadows on the crease. So we'll see. Okay, got that product on there. And as you can see, this is like a flesh toned type of shade. It's just a medium toned shade, so it's darker than the color of my skin, and it's going to work as a great transition color for me. I think I like the number 15 better for this type of job, but I'm going to give this one a chance. This one might also be a good highlighting brush, this number 16. I'm going to do the same thing on this side, but I switched to my number 15 because I want to see. Yeah, the number 15 I just love for crease work because it's just so fast and efficient. Because it's like nice and thick on the top and not pointed like the number 16. I think I'm going to try the number 16 for highlighter, because for this type of crease work I definitely like the number 15 better. Alright, I'm blending a little bit more of that same color right here on this inner corner, just in case I decide to go for a halo eye, because I'm still not sure. With my same number 15 brush, I'm going to start to build a bit of a green crease. So I am just first starting on the outer corner and doing little circles upwards, because I definitely want the green to show above my eye when my eye is open. So I'm going to start blending it into my crease, and I'm doing little circular motions upwards to blend it into my transition color. Grab a little bit more and do the same. By the way, I didn't switch the lens to my camera, and I'm a little bit further away, which I don't have to be this far away. There we go. Because I kind of like wanted to like chat with you while I'm doing the video. I don't want it to be just like instructions on the look. Mainly also because I don't even know what the hell look I'm doing. I know it's going to be a Christmas look, so I wanted to do a sultry green smoky eye type of thing, and then maybe some nude lips, but we'll see what comes out. I have a few palettes that I'm playing with just because they had the type of shades that I was looking for, and I'm just feeling out the look. We'll see what we do. Right now I'm just going to pull the green over the crease right here and bring it forward. I think I will do a halo eye, so I'm going to incorporate some of that olive green to the beginning of my eye. and blend it upwards on the crease. I'm going to, of course, do the same thing on this eye, and since it is the holiday season, I want to spread positivity. Especially this year, I feel like we need to spread positivity. So please comment down below what your favorite thing about the holidays is. What do you look the most forward to? What do you get the most excited about? I grew up with a different type of Christmas. In Cuba, Christmas isn't about like gift giving, which I feel like gift giving is one of my absolute favorite parts of Christmas now that I live here, but that is just not what it's about in Cuba. And so growing up, we would usually just go all out on Christmas Eve and have like a huge dinner family gathering, and just having all of my family together at the dinner table was one of my favorite things, with good food, because we would always have the best food on Christmas Eve, and so that family gathering just kind of made me very happy. But now that I live here and Christmas is a little bit different and it's more about like gift giving and Christmas Day, I feel like definitely gift giving is one of my favorite parts of Christmas. And then I feel like the one thing that I always look the most forward to is putting up my Christmas tree. I love decorating my Christmas tree. It is absolutely one of my favorite things to do. The day in January where I have to take down my Christmas tree is the saddest day ever. I would keep it up year round if it was up to me, but then it's not that special when you put it up again, you know? So I think it is a necessary evil to take down the Christmas tree. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you probably saw my little reel that I did showing you guys how I decorated my Christmas tree this year. I finally got a new tree, which was much needed because I had had my old Christmas tree for like 7 years and I wanted to update it so bad. I wanted a bigger tree, and I am obsessed with my Christmas tree. I want to come home from work just to sit downstairs and stare at it. If you haven't seen that little reel, look for it on my Instagram where I show you my Christmas tree because it is so freaking pretty. Okay, I'm gonna switch to my #1 brush from REPHR. And I'm still gonna grab that same shade. I just want to make it darker. Ooh, I grabbed a lot. Okay, that's fine. Just blend it back and forth. And I'm not going to take it up as high. I'm just blending it towards my crease a little bit, but not like going up that much. The #1 brush helps for that because it's a more pinched blending brush. So anyways, please let me know down below what your favorite thing about Christmas is. Christmas is my favorite holiday, so I always look forward to it. I am chatty today. I was going to say, I think working retail has definitely made Christmas less special for me the past few years because I can never be with my family, but hopefully one day I can live off of my YouTube channel. That is like the dream. And I can take any holidays I want and go down to Miami and be with my family on Christmas, or go to Cuba and be with my mom on Christmas. That would be nice too. Okay, I switched my green and I'm going to use an emerald green because this is nice and I love this, but this to me looks more fall because it's an olive green and I want Christmas. So I'm going to switch to an emerald green and I'm going to start tapping it on the outer corner and blending it into the olive green. Same thing on the inner corner, of course. But it's important to place that olive green underneath though, because now this has something to blend into. Just did the same thing on this eye. And I'm going to tap a shimmery dual-chrome type of green right here in the middle. Oh my god, I would also love to know if you guys have any Christmas traditions. I don't really have any traditions that I can think of besides the obvious ones, you know, like the gift giving and the... My memory got full, but I am now back, and I was asking if you guys have any traditions besides the obvious ones, like besides the gift giving. If you have any other Christmas traditions that you do with your family, I would love to know what those are. I don't really have any special traditions besides the obvious ones, besides the gift giving. I'm really liking this a lot so far. I'm using a super affordable palette for this, so definitely check out the links below because I'm so highly impressed by this look. Okay, I grabbed a glittery lighter shade of green just to add to the middle here. This is like an unnecessary step, but I wanted to do it. See how it just adds a little bit of a light right there? I like it. Okay, same thing on here, of course. Back with that number 16 brush that I originally used, I'm just going through any edges up here to make sure that they're blended, since this one had a little bit of the transition shade on it. Okay, the top of the eyes is done. I'm happy with this. I like it. It looks Christmassy to me. So let me move you away a little bit again and we'll start working on this face. This pimple right here, I don't know what his deal is, but I don't appreciate him. He can go away. Anyways, grab your favorite primer and put it on. My favorite primer kind of fills in my pores a little bit, so my skin immediately looks smoother when I use it, and that's definitely one of the reasons why it is my favorite. Oh my god, I just went and grabbed a towel and put it underneath my butt because I felt like I was like here the whole time, and I'm like, look at me guys, but now this is better. So let's continue. Alright, so grab your favorite foundation and blend it on. I feel like I'm programmed to tell you guys exactly what I'm using, so I want to be like, I'm putting on da-da-da foundation, but no, just use your favorite. I need lip balm, so I'm putting some lip balm on. I really like this smoky emerald green eye look I have going on. Careful with the eyebrows. If you guys ever put a little too much foundation on, just clean your brush on like a paper towel and then blend it more, and that way you can blend the foundation better without it being a hot mess. I'm going over my hairline with my clean beauty blender just to make sure things look okay up here. For my under eyes, I always like to start with a little bit of a color corrector just so that it gets rid of my dark circles. The one I'm using has been discontinued, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be linking this below. Okay, and I'm just going to blend it in with my beauty blender. A color corrector for me is a must-have. I definitely see a difference when I don't use it. And I like something that's very nice and thin, that is not going to look too thick underneath my eyes. So just use your favorite color corrector, of course. And now I'm going to conceal and a little bit on the forehead, nose, and chin just to lighten things up in the center of my face. So use your favorite concealer and put it on. I'm not sure what I want to do for my lips yet. I do know that I want to do something on the nude side because the eyes are definitely going to be the start of the show in this one. I asked you guys on Instagram if you wanted to see a bold lip natural eye holiday look or a bold eye natural lip holiday look, and you guys voted for bold eye natural lip, so here we are. I always put my concealer on my inner corner and it messes up the beginning of my eye look, and then I have to go back and fix it, but for some reason this is my favorite way to go about it because I do like to do my eyes before putting on my base makeup, so this is just what works for me, and I'll show you how I fix it. You see how like I made that a little patchy right there? It's a very easy fix, thankfully. I go back with whichever brush I use for my crease, and I go from the crease in just to blend it all in nicely. Same thing on here. Just drag it in a little bit, and that took care of that. Plus, that's also the reason why I always leave my inner corner shimmer for last, because now I can pop it on top and it'll look really nice. Before I go back to my eye look though, we have to set the concealer in place. So grab your favorite under eye setting powder, and I always like to put the under eye setting powder on my brush. I'm using the REPHR number 18, and I use my beauty blender. So first I smooth it all out with my beauty blender so that nothing has time to crease, and if something did crease, we're smoothing it all out. And then immediately after, we're putting on our powder. And that way our under eyes are going to be super smooth because we did not give them time to move at all. Got my brush ready and I'm smoothing and I'm setting. And I like to pat the powder on first and then flick out any excess. I'm going to set right here on the cheeks so that everything looks smooth. And pretty much everywhere I apply concealer, I like to set with my under eye powder. So I do the center of my forehead, nose, and chin as well. Let's go ahead and get back to the eye look so we can finish it up and then move on to the rest of our face. Back with my emerald green shade and a pencil brush. This one is the REPHR number 3. I'm going to... Should I do a halo underneath as well? I'm going to smudge it underneath the outer third of my eye and the inner third of my eye under my tear duct here. Same thing on here, of course. Just very lightly back and forth move your brush to blend that color out. Then with my REPHR number 13, I'm going to grab a little bit of that olive green shade we used on top to smoke out the emerald green a little bit. And this will just kind of help to soften the edges. And of course connect it back here. And with my finger, I'm going to smudge that same center color I used on top right underneath my eye. I'm getting a little bit of fallout, so I'm going to dust it off with my under eye brush. Last but not least, with my REPHR number 14 and the transition color I used for the top, I'm going to further smoke out the whole under eye area. If you have a green eyeliner, please use it. This is the perfect time for you to use it. I ordered one through my gratis program at Tilbury, but I haven't received it yet, and so I don't have a green eyeliner to use, but I'm going to use a black one instead. So if you don't have a green eyeliner, use a black one like me. And I'm putting it right in the waterline of my eye. Okay, put on some mascara, and if you like lashes, put on some lashes, and then we'll continue. I'm going to go ahead and do that myself, and I'll be right back. I'm back, and I put on some lashes. These are not my most dramatic lashes. These are just like the perfect amount of drama, I would say. I think I love them. And I'm obsessed with this eye look. So let's get to the bronzer. Grab your favorite bronzer and go to town. I think I'm going to use 2 different bronzers. I want to start with one that is like a little bit darker. Oh, that is very dark. Let's see if I can recover from this. The point was that I wanted to not have to be putting on bronzer forever. I wanted to speed up things. Okay, yeah, that's kind of blending out. So I wanted to do a darker bronzer before a lighter one. That was intense there for a second, but this brush really helped. What brush is this? This is the REPHR number 19. I picked this one because it's like pinched and soft. So I thought it would work for this, and it did. Okay, I'm doing the same thing on here, and I'm starting with less because that first thing I did here was a little scary. So I'm just blending in that darker color bronzer. And with the same small brush and the darker bronzer, I'm going to go across my forehead. I'm switching to a lighter color bronzer and a bigger brush because I want it to look nice and airbrushed, and I am blending it on top of the darker bronzer a little bit more carelessly. Let me do the inner corner of my eyes because I keep forgetting, and I'm going to forget altogether if I keep leaving it. So I want a very bright green toned inner corner, and so if you have a highlighter color with a green undertone, please use that. That is what I'm going to use. And I'm putting it on with my REPHR number 2 brush. That is beautiful. I think I want to do a little bit of that in the center of my eye as well. I know I have my lashes on and everything already, but it just looks so pretty. That just made this whole eye look just elevate. I love this. For blush, I want to go natural, and I've never used this brush before, so I feel like this is going to be the one product I'm going to mention in this video. I'm using the She Is So LA blush from Patrick Ta because some of you guys kept telling me that I needed this blush in my life, and I got it. So I'm using it for the first time today. You guys are obsessed with it, and I mean, I want to be obsessed with it too. So far, I really like it, and this is my first time ever trying these blush duos from Patrick Ta. I am obsessed with this eye look. It looks so pretty. Okay, now that I know how the blush performs, I can apply it a little better. I feel like at first this looked a little interesting, but now that looks nice. I'm going to go over this area with my beauty blender to bring down the blush a little bit, because on this side it looked a little too high. And now I'm going to use the cream part of the blush to go over the powder. I understand that this is what you're supposed to do. Okay, you guys were not kidding. This is a really beautiful blush. I really like it, and I love that it's like a nude shade because I don't love overly pinky or peachy blushes, so this one's kind of perfect for me. I still cannot get over this eye look. It's so pretty. So I'm going to use a highlighter that has a little bit of a green undertone to just continue with my green vibes over here. So I cleaned my REPHR number 16 because I wanted to use it for highlighter, and I have this highlighter and I think it's going to work well with this look because it's got a bit of a green shift to it. Yeah, I like that. Same thing on this side. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. And I'm just going to do little circles around it to blend it with the blush a little better underneath here. And with the booty of my beauty blender that hopefully still has some blush left, I'm going to press it in a little more. Let me tell you guys, I think I really loved coming out with this makeup look because I could just go into any colors I wanted. I usually try to keep myself to like the palette I'm using when I'm doing multiple looks with one palette so that I show you guys how to use your palettes, but just doing a look based on an occasion, it's nice because I can go into like multiple products and get whatever I want, and so this has been very fun. Lips is all I am missing. I love the intensity of the eye, so I'm not going to go crazy on the lips. I'm taking off my lip balm. I'm going to use a nudie pinky lip liner. Honestly, who would have thought that I would love a green eyeshadow look like I love this one? And I'm going to use a nudie pink lipstick as well. I feel like this one's the same color as my lip liner pretty much. Okay, I love it, but I think I want to do a gloss too. I don't want to get lipstick on my doe foot applicator, so I'm putting the lip gloss on with a brush. Setting spray. Okay, and after all that, this right here is my final holiday makeup look. So I truly hope that you guys liked it. I definitely had an absolute blast filming this video. It allowed me to be creative in different ways that I usually am creative on camera, like think up a look of my own, pick the colors that I wanted to use and all of that, rather than having to like stick to a palette, even though I mostly did stick to one palette, but I dabbled into some other colors. Again, if you're curious, everything is going to be linked down below, but I feel like the purpose of this video was just for you to dig through your collection and get colors that might be similar to the colors that I'm using to create a similar makeup look without having to go out and buy something else or something new. So I truly hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye!